Hello, we are out here today on a beautiful Saturday. Just enjoying some great BLM land. I got some friends out here with me. I'll go see if I can say hi. Brought my dog. And hopefully we'll get to shoot a little bit. I got another pistol, so I was gonna run through it, see how it goes. And I got another suppressor or two, and I'm building another rifle, so I'm gonna go through everything and see if everything runs well. Maybe make a little video, see how it goes. He said, "I'm gonna get them." Hey, come here. Leave him be. Leave him be. So today, one of the main guns I'm gonna bring out is the TAURUS TX22. It has a, this one's the competition model. So it has a non-reciprocating red dot sight. And I picked the cheapest closeout red dot that was at my local feed store because it was only $50. And it's a 22. So I was like, I can't say no to not having one immediately. So I said, well, we'll try it out. And then I've got the CGS, what is this thing? The Hydra? I think it's called the Hydra, the titanium. As y'all have probably seen, there's been a lot of quick suppressor approvals. So I didn't need any more, but I decided to pick up one of these under MSRP. Had about a 6-day turnaround in comparison to the 7 to 9 months it used to be. So far, all I've done is some dry firing with the trigger, taking it out. It is a little spongy. I do have a little bit of lubrication on here. So let me see if I can wipe this off real quick. I want to get lube all over my hands, out here at least. But yeah, so this is the TAURUS TX22, the competition version. So it comes with a pre-threaded barrel, non-reciprocating red dot sight, and holds 16 plus 1 rounds, I believe. So plenty to plink with in these nifty little magazines. The magazines are pretty reasonable. I've heard a lot of people have issues with the other 22 trainer pistols, like the SIG 322, I think is what it's called. And I heard the FN does pretty decent, but everybody says bang for buck for this is the way to go. This one cost me $449, like out the door, so pretty good. Came with a little case and everything. So we're gonna try to shoot it and see how it feels and see how quiet it is with this little can on it, and we'll see if this dot even lasts like 1 round, and if it does, so be it. I definitely won't be vouching for this AD red dot though. There's so many other far more reputable brands. I can tell this thing is pretty chintzy. It looks like I got it at a gun store or a gun show in D'Iberville, Mississippi. So I won't be vouching for it by any means necessary, but I will run some rounds through this pistol and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's see if I can shoot my shot. Hey, come here. So this is the TX22 first rounds. I brought my dog out, so we'll see if it bothers him. Already, I can tell you the dot is not very clear. That's not bad. Let's see if it's hey, get over here. See how quiet it is with my ears off. Where'd the dog go? There it is. Yeah, that's pretty quiet. Hey, you want to be out here, you got to be behind me. As y'all can see, there is no recoil with the 22. That is fun. Ain't gonna lie, pretty nice. Unfortunately, I did some home renovations, and I got a freaking blister right where I put the fucking pistol, so it's already breaking back up. I got some chalky ass hands, so today's gonna be it's a little hot. Today's gonna be a little painful, but you know, as they say, there's no happiness without suffering. I hope this is even visible when I'm far out. Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see myself. Well, if anybody's interested in helping me make stupid videos that may or may not guide you towards buying anything, I don't have any sponsorships for any gun stuff, but I do make a bunch of random shit. So I made these ammo cases for 22, which is really nice if you have like fancier ammo. I'm just shooting little Plinker 5-cent round stuff, but if you are interested, I make a bunch of stuff on my website that I'm always telling people to look at. And yeah, so if you ever decide to do anything, check out my website. There's always something on there for the everyday man or woman, or they them. I'll cater to any party that wants to purchase anything. But little rundown on the CGS suppressor. It is a titanium tube, I guess is the only thing you can call it. Titanium case, and then I believe it's stainless steel baffles, or iconal, and it's supposed to be rated up to 5.7, I believe. So anything under 5.7, which is a pretty quick moving round, it should be good to go. And this is just supersonic, by the way, so hopefully the sound signature shows up quite a bit. I don't have any uncomfortability with my hearing protection off. And as everybody knows, the shorter the barrel is, the louder usually things are. For like if I shot the 22 rifle with the can on it, it would probably be quite a bit quieter. And from what I've seen from my other cans that are 22, this dude's just having the time of his life. Hold on. Okay, I'm just eating grass, just happy to be out here. He's been whining all day because I've been doing stuff around the house. Did some golf. He's been whining all day. He's like, are we going somewhere? Can we go do something, please? So I'm glad I'm getting to take him out for a little bit. I built another rifle that is a Criterion upper and a FCD, or Sons of Liberty Gunworks lower, that's slowly getting put together. When the world's ending, this is the only thing you'll spend money on liberally. So yeah, I've been slowly putting that together. I'll show it off in just a second. But I picked up a Rotex 5.56 can for that one, just for the sake of quick turnarounds on cans, since I already have a 223 can. I said, I gotta get this thing. And what's funny about it is that the 22 can, both were purchased the same day, both were filed the same day through ATF eForms, 3/21/2024. 3/26, I get an approval email for the 22 can, and as if anybody's ever had suppressors, any sort of form process through the ATF, usually they batch your stuff together. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. Like, I only got one and not the other, but you know, we'll just I told my dealer, I was like, hey, what if I just pick up the other one whenever it comes in? So I pick up both at once. And he's like, yeah, man, that's totally fine. I don't care. It's a small box. So I wait like 2 or 3 weeks. I call the dealer and he's like, man, I haven't gotten any emails, sorry. And so maybe almost a month later, not even a month later, because it's only mid-April now, he calls. I call him and I'm like, hey man, I'm just gonna come pick that thing up. Maybe Easter. It was around Easter. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna come pick that thing up. And he's like, yeah, no problem, man, sorry we haven't heard from it. So I call the ATF, which bold on my part. Called the ATF and I was like, hey, I've been waiting for this. Oh, by the way, it only took like 30 minutes, so it really wasn't that bad for how bureaucratic they are. But I had I called them, I gave them my order, you know, whatever the number is, the control number, and they said, oh, it was approved 3 weeks ago. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you should check your spam folder to see if you got it, because we can't like refile stamps or anything like that. So I was like, wow, that's really weird. I didn't get anything. I liberally check emails because I do a bunch of other work stuff, and it just didn't come. So I was like, well, that's kind of weird. So I call my dealer and I'm like, hey man, could you look through your eForms account? And sure enough, it was approved in there. He just never looked through the eForms because he didn't see the point, because usually it sends an email. So he didn't get an email either. So this is a long story just to tell you, if you are waiting for you know, eForms, and you're not getting something and you think you should be getting it, then call them or call your dealer and tell them to check eForms, because you might get the answer you're looking for. Hades, come on. Come on. So this is the Centurion FCD Sons of Liberty Gunworks 13.25 with a Ursus Arma front grip. And for now, I just have this spare Sig Sauer Romeo 5 with a Landtac bolt. I may or may not have a Centurion sand cutter on the way. Hint, hint. And this thing, I was really nervous. Oh yeah, and I 3D printed this grip, which is kind of cool. I think it's from Black Lotus Coalition. It feels good. It's nice and vertical. But so yeah, I've got this slowly put together. I've got some extra parts in it. I think it's just a mil-spec trigger. Yeah, about 4.5, 5.5 pound trigger. Kind of chunky in comparison to some of the other stuff I have. I have no clue what spring system's in this. It's got my old PWS ratchet nut on the back of it. It's just, I had parts sitting around and I didn't have any money to put the proper parts on this thing off the rip. That being said, my junk drawer looks a lot better than most people's entire gun builds, so I will just take it. You know, it is what it is. So I put this thing together. I decided to buy the upper as it sits, because this is the Reese profile, so it's the extra thick barrel, so it is a little chunky. I believe it's carbine length. It is a little chunky, so we'll see how it does like suppressed or anything like that. But it's supposed to be a very, you know, Centurion's known for their extremely accurate barrels and pretty much unmatched quality. But also, Here's the B&T Rotex 556 can. Oh, excuse me. I ate a bunch of beef ribs earlier and I am feeling it. So this one's a Iconal design. Again, this was like a 7-day approval. But the cool thing about it is that I've got this regular $4, you know, cheap A2 mount, and it fits right on. And so this gate lock, all you got to do is that, and you are TTG. You're good to go. Nothing about this gun sighted in or anything, but I wanted to. I can't even see the damn. There's a dot. These. I think I like doing good, like the good things I like to purchase and how well they run and stuff like that. But these damn Sig Sauer red dots, I do not like at all. They they're just crap. There's really nothing good I can say about them. I just, they don't break. I'll give them that. They're supposed to be pretty like this one's been on probably 5 guns back when I had the poor mindset. But there's a lot of plume with the dot. There's nothing really much to it that I love. But I'm saving up right now to get a different optic setup for this thing. But we're gonna shoot some more with the pistol, and then I'll just shoot till I run out of 22, and then I'll swap over to some other guns and see how things feel. As always, I'll do a gear rundown at my fat ass 251 pounds. I gained some weight to have some weight to lose. I gotta go get hip surgery soon. Another reason it would be really nice if people would support my website. Also made these 3D printed mag bottoms for training only. I just like the dot matrix on them, and I will say I didn't make the design, but I have been running them for 8 months, and I drop these all the time, and they've ran pretty good. Like I said, I don't use them for actual carry use, but I do like the idea of running a bunch of random stuff that I've made myself. But I've got he is just tearing stuff up. I've got the S-Tac. First, it's a AWS belt, pack shot timer, S-Tac, triple pistol mag, and then I've got the AR. Whoop, I'm falling over. AR double with these freaking sweet DNC mags I got done. Really love these. Great for pictures. I've got my Safariland that I did in DNC as well. I wrapped it myself, but it's just a regular Safariland. AWS tourniquet mount. Got the dump pouch, and I got the T-Rex leg extension, which I use 50% of the time. Some of my bigger, especially my Gen 3 Glocks, do tend to ride up and hold on this holster, because the Gen 4 and 5 stuff is a lot thinner. So out of almost necessity, the leg strap does pretty good with those thicker pistols. But what was that? What was that? Hey, come here. Come here. That doesn't mean run after it. No, you go lay down. I think I'm only going to shoot Suppress today because I feel bad for his ears. But yeah, this thing is fun. I wonder if I can shoot it. Hey, go back this way. Go back this way. Go back this way. This dot sits a little high, and it's a 5 MOA dot. Let me see if I can get this thing through the lens. I don't even know if I can see it through here. I don't know if you can see it through here. Oh, it might help if I straighten it out. This is I don't know if it can be seen. We'll just do this in post-processing. The dot's like pretty cloudy looking. It's definitely not the it's definitely not a RMR or a hollow sun. I will say, once you these mags are like so light. I'm gonna put some base plates on these too. Once you get used to the extended base plate for grabbing them, it's quite a bit of a difference. Oh, got my first stovepipe. Oops. I haven't sighted this dot in, and maybe I should, because I'm aiming dead center. Oh, it's come loose, that's why. Well, it might help. Gun is clear. It might help if, as you can see, the whole mounting block is, I did not tighten it. I will say that. I did not tighten it. I put the can on. I didn't do a guide rod or anything like that. I just threw it in. I threw some grease on it, obviously. But I guess my whole mounting system, which kind of stinks because I've got to, for me to tighten it, I just tightened this dot on here. I'm gonna have to loosen the dot. Oh, it's not even sighted in, so who cares? But looks like this is a little bit loose. I might have to cut this one a little short. But I'll just be guessing where the stuff goes, because I'm having quite a bit of jiggle. Jiggle. We'll let this can cool down some, and then we'll see if we can transfer it over to the 22 trainer rifle that I have. Like I said, I'd like to keep things a little quiet today, so we will keep things as quiet as we can. So let's switch out. So my trainer rifle used to just be a regular AR. This is a old Spikes lower with a CMC cassette trigger, B5 stock, CMMG 22 conversion kit. I bought a bunch of spare mags. Freaking discontinued Nikon scope with a Vortex cantilever. Which is actually pretty clear, and it's got holdovers for, it's made for 22 or 223, so you could convert this gun back, and then I've got my 4-in-1 can on the front of it. You could convert this thing back to a 223 if you wanted to. Another Ursus Arma grip from my buddy Logan. Hey, come here, and we'll see how this thing sounds far from home. Let's see how this thing sounds in comparison to the $400-500 CGS. This one only cost me $200 to file, plus parts. Pretty quiet. Got a helicopter somewhere. It's quiet enough to where as the pack timer doesn't pick it up. There's probably a way to. Oh, the helicopter's up there. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Get behind me. Get behind me. Get behind me. Hey, get behind me. Come here. Go. Go this way. Go. Ugh. He gets nervous on camera. That's why. Oh yeah, now AWS overstock on sale sling with just some cheap quick detaches. I got this thing all spun up actually right now. Hold on. These little cheap slings. I run an AWS on my MP5 that y'all see me shoot all the time. I do like it a lot because I think they're like $10 on discount, $10 to $12. So just for that reason alone, I'm like, because them freaking Blue Force slings are like $100, which I'm not a huge fan of. Hey, come here. Come here. Go. Go this way. Go this way. You're grounded. You're grounded. Go. Hey. Go. Maybe bringing the dog isn't the best of ideas. Go. He said, I'm going to go right where the targets are. Hey. Hey. It is. Come here. Go. Let's swap out and see how this other can sounds. I'm gonna try again with the Form 1 can on the pistol, even though I can't see very well with this hyper movable dot. Hey, come here. Come here. I should put some water out for him. I'm gonna try this. Are you bringing me a toy? You bringing me a stick? Boy. All right, let's see how this sounds. I'll tell you what, this can for being a Form 1 is pretty nice. I'll have to put a crush washer on this thing now. But we're gonna try on the oops. So here's the CGS on the arrow slash spikes slash, I don't know, 22. Let's get down. Still quiet as shit. And by the way, this thing's full auto rated, no barrel length restrictions. Oops, what's that one? Somebody please sponsor me. I could use the money. I will say, once you start shooting suppressed, nothing else matters. It is so fun. Did you know that the United States today passed like $110 billion foreign aid bill? And I still have friends starving in the street. It's not very cool. It's not very we the people. It's not very gray man of you. It's hard to find confidence in our law-abiding constituents, or law-making constituents, I should say. I like this thing out. Ba-do-do-do-do-do. I don't feel like setting up any more targets. You gotta be careful. This angle is bad for shooting this target because if I miss, I just go right through the freaking wood. And I haven't checked any height over bore or even sighted this thing in with the 22. I am slacking. For setting up stuff, I gotta set out like a pallet, walk out the yardage, figure everything. I don't care. If it shoots, it shoots. That's all I care about. Beautiful sound though. These suppressors run pretty good. Let's see how the 22 runs, or the 223. All right, for this next little tidbit, I'm gonna start off with my PWS. PWS AR. I've got a Vortex Gen 2E, I think is what it's called. Raptor charging handle. BCM rear stock. It's pretty much just a regular, I think it's a 216, but I took off the castle nut that PWS comes with that's ratcheting. I decided to do a traditional staked. This one's got a mod light head, Salsa body, Surefire clicky cap. Then I've got the YHM quick disconnect with the YHM muzzle device, BCM front grip. Hey, come here. Oh, and a Geisley SSAE trigger. So this one's sighted to 100, so hopefully I won't blast right through my target or my stand. But I am going to stand a little far off because shooting brass with full powered ammo is kind of scary. I wonder if I got enough. I hope the mag was seated. See that? I just had stuck round. Oops. These damn Lancer mags. No telling if they're gonna work. Oh yeah, by the way, I made this shirt. It says liberalism is a cancer. Has a little Teddy K on the front of it. Let's try this again. I just maybe the Lancer mags aren't going to work today. I might have put too much grease in this thing. Hey, come here. And we're going to move this over. Maybe I haven't shot this thing since I last cleaned it. Back up a little more. So this one's loud enough to hear on the, it only picked up my second shot, but it's loud enough to hear on the suppressed YHM 16-inch barrel, standard velocity ammo. The linear recoil of a PWS is so nice because you can feel the piston system absorbing into the buffer, and it just is very flat, very flat. The only downside I will say with this gun setup is I've been trying to run those VTAC barriers, and with the light where it sits, it hits the VTAC barrier, so you kind of have to like wiggle around so you're still resting the handguard on the shooting implement, the barrier, because if not, you'll hit this light and I don't know, maybe if I run those VTEC barriers, I just won't run the light. But let's get some shots off. Yeah, I didn't catch that one. And I'm shooting a 10x12 and a 10-inch gong, so it is, I'm not going to shoot any quicker. Let's see how it sounds with my ears off. It's pretty quiet. It's loud enough. I didn't have like an ear pop, but it is supersonic 223. I would say it's right at the threshold of hearing uncomfortability. So just a heads up if anybody's with the YHM Turbo 2 can. I probably still would advise to wear hearing, like I don't have a decibel meter, but I would probably advise to wear hearing, a hearing device while using this suppressed. One of these days soon, I want to set out some targets and do some distance stuff. I'm building a long range gun right now, but it is slow to take up. Oh. This grease is a little sticky. We got another. Nick the corner on that one. See all the smoke coming out. Hey, come here. Come here. I don't want nothing ricocheting on you. Let me get him some water. So I'm gonna try the FCD Sons of Liberty Gunworks AR on its maiden voyage. We'll see. See how it feels. Mag seated. And I will wear ear protection starting off. I was going to try with the suppressor off, but I feel bad for my dog, so I won't. See how this feels. The damn dot is too low for this gun, though. Oof, gassy. I have to aim a little low with this sight. Let's see if I can move some stuff around real quick. I didn't bring any tools to move stuff. See, I got a set of keys. Which one of these is going to be thin enough? Hey. Let's see how this sounds with the, come here, come here. See how this sounds with the ears off. Come here. I think that one's quieter. I'm gonna be honest. I think it is. I don't have like a ring or anything, but let's see. This has a little more of a twang to it. I'll keep my ears on. It does feel good though. This thing's nice and light. It's not like a lightweight build by any means. The Arrow trainer is super light. I'll add a couple more things to this before I'm ready to be done with it. I'm gonna do a different grip. I don't love the idea of like this. This thing is pretty solid, but it is printed, so I would rather have something injection molded. Hey, get over here. Come here. She's out. Let's see. Stinky. It's the only downside of shooting suppressed. Everything's so stinky. Uh-oh. Stinky. This shit does look good though. Hey. probably 30 yards. I don't want to shoot unsuppressed with his fragile baby ears. I need him to stay capable. Make sure he lets me know when anybody comes over. You want to come say hi? You want to come say hi? Come here. Come here. Every dollar that you spend on my website, come here. Every dollar you spend on my website goes right back to him to feed this big old baby in need. So if you are interested, buy a t-shirt, buy a canvas, buy a portrait, buy something 3D printed off my Etsy. I make nothing. Zilch. Zero. Nada. Goes right back to making sure everybody is having a good time. So I do appreciate it. And y'all have a good one.